friends of the late actress Noxolo Maqashalala have gathered at the Market Theatre in Johannesburg CBD, where they're celebrating the life of the late actress who died in her home in Honeydew at the age of 34. We had seen from police preliminary reports showing that they suspect no foul play in her death, as no signs of break-in were seen in her home, as well as injuries on her body that would indicate that there was something else that took place that led to her death. We know that she was only discovered almost a week after she had passed on. Noxee is known for her roles in a number of series that we've seen on our screens here in the country. Her first breakthrough role being her role as Viwe on Tsha-Tsha, where she played Viwe from 2003 to 2007, or 2005 rather, as well as her role on Intersections as Mandisa, and the most recent being her role in a series, 13-part legal drama, Diamond City, where she was playing a public protector, but also known that she was also an executive producer of that series. So earlier we had the opportunity to speak to some filmmakers, some directors, as well as some of the co-stars that she has worked with, and this is what they have had to say, remembering the life of the late Noxee.
I was unfortunate not to have had the opportunity just yet to have worked with Mrs. Noxee, but I held her in high regard. And the reason so is because her work speaks for itself. I think anyone who's ever seen a few moments of her on screen can really see the energy and the spirit that she encapsulates. Unfortunately, the tradition that we have in our country is we tend to celebrate people once they've passed, you know. And I found myself coming here to pay my respects, feeling a similar feeling of, you know, why do we not take enough initiative out there to really pull and support our artists, because there's not a lot of them, you know. The country's going through a lot of turmoil at the moment, you know. There's all this controversy with the National Arts Council and just the relevance of where do the arts sit.
I've met Noxee in the mid-90s. We were shooting some movie, two movies actually, international movies. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm one of those also highly emotional about what's transpiring. I'll tell you one thing before I can get to to say with you what legacy it is that she's leaving behind. Guys, you see us here. Guys, we are leaving. Guys, we are departing. And the truth of the matter is, what hurts me the most is the fact that whilst we are leaving, whilst we are having all the nitty-gritties of what we are supposed to embark on in life, we wake up in the morning, we rush for work as hustlers, we get on set and we do what we have to do. Of course it is what it is, but here's a fundamental pointer that we always forget. On set, remember one thing: as much as you're portraying, performing whatever character that you're afforded an opportunity to perform, have fun. But as soon as they say cut, remember we're a human being. I look around and I see legends departing. I look around and I see the people that we shared this platform with, called life, they are leaving. Then my question is one: do we honestly, from the bottom of my heart, here's the question, do we really appreciate each other? We should not be meeting in such sessions.
I met her from the early days of Tsha-Tsha. She was basically good. It was the first acting job. I think she was 25, I was 24. You know, like we're young, we grew up together in the industry. For a while we became like, you know, creative partners together. Like there was a time when almost anything I did had her, you know, because that's how much respect I had for her. And that's how much respect she had for me, you know. So like it's just if you want to think about someone who respected the arts and wanted to give it everything they have, that's her, and that's how
I played Noxee's boyfriend in Tsha-Tsha, which was, as Kholi was saying in the memorial service, Noxee's big first acting gig. And we went on to do 3 seasons. The show was a huge success. And, you know, Noxee even off screen, she was as gentle with such a big, loving heart. And it's such a, we're all blessed to have experienced her life. Thank you, Noxee, for blessing us with your life. And then we went on to work together behind the scenes as well a bit. When there was a show that she had written and she'd asked me to help her to pitch it. Yeah, Noxee, I do remember the love and the kindness and the joy that she'd bring. Just as a person behind, just before we go on set sometimes. Because I was also doing my first one, and I remember when she just held my hands and she's like, just breathe, we'll be fine. And she said a short prayer before we started filming. And yeah, I'll remember that always.
Noxee was laid to rest in Mpoza Village, a remote area in KwaBhaca in the Eastern Cape, and is survived by her 4 siblings. For SABC News, I'm Noxolo Maqashalala reporting from the Market Theatre in Johannesburg.